When Caitlin Clark first arrived in the WNBA, people acted like she was just another rookie adjusting to professional basketball. But if you were really paying attention, you could see tension building almost instantly. Ticket prices exploded, arenas suddenly started selling out, television ratings jumped, media coverage went nuclear. Everywhere the Indiana Fever traveled, crowds followed. And while fans loved it, not everybody inside the league seemed thrilled about the attention shifting so quickly toward one rookie. Because the truth is, the WNBA has spent years trying to grow its audience. Then suddenly, one player arrives and changes the conversation overnight. That kind of spotlight can create excitement, but it can also create resentment. And some fans started noticing it almost immediately from the way opponents defended her. At first, people brushed it off as welcome to the league treatment. Hard fouls, physical defense, trash talk, veterans testing the rookie, normal stuff, right? Except this didn't feel normal for very long. Every Fever game started turning into a national debate. One clip would go viral, then another. One player bumps Clark too hard, social media explodes. One flagrant foul happens, sports shows spend 2 straight days arguing about it. Suddenly, every game felt personal. And the moment that really changed everything came when fans started believing Caitlin Clark wasn't just being defended physically, they believed she was being targeted. That's when the Chennedy Carter incident completely flipped the conversation upside down. Because before that moment, people could still argue things were being exaggerated online. Then came the shove. No basketball play. No attempt at the ball. Just a hard shoulder shot that immediately sent the internet into chaos. Fans were furious. Analysts were divided. Former players jumped into the debate. And within minutes, the WNBA found itself trapped in one of the biggest controversy storms the league had seen in years. Some people defended it as competitive frustration. Others thought it crossed a line completely. But regardless of which side people were on, one thing became obvious. The league suddenly had a rivalry-driven drama machine pulling massive attention every single night. And honestly, the reaction afterward may have been even more intense than the foul itself. Because fans weren't just debating basketball anymore. They started debating respect, jealousy, treatment of rookies, race, media favoritism, league politics. The conversation got huge fast. And the craziest part? Caitlin Clark herself barely added fuel to it. She didn't go on angry rants. She didn't call players out publicly. Most of the time, she kept her answers short and moved on. Which weirdly made the drama even bigger because the silence allowed everybody else to fill in the blanks themselves. Meanwhile, the veterans kept talking. Some former players argued Clark was receiving attention that older stars spent years earning without getting the same media coverage. Others pushed back hard, saying the league should embrace the spotlight instead of fighting it. And that's when the WNBA found itself in a strange position. The league clearly benefited from Caitlin Clark's popularity. Ratings were climbing, jerseys were flying off shelves, social engagement was exploding. But at the same time, every controversial moment involving her was becoming a national headline. And the pressure kept building. Then Angel Reese entered the center of the conversation again, and suddenly college basketball drama followed everybody into the WNBA. Because fans never really let the Reese versus Clark rivalry die after LSU and Iowa, they carried it directly into the pros. Every matchup became emotional. Every stare down became viral. Every rebound, foul, or celebration instantly got clipped online and turned into another debate. And what made it even more powerful was that both players represented completely different energies. Clark was viewed as the deep-shooting superstar changing women's basketball ratings overnight. Reese was viewed as the emotional competitor who embraced being the villain when necessary. Whether fair or unfair, fans picked sides aggressively. The media noticed it too. Networks started heavily promoting those matchups because they knew people couldn't stop watching. And honestly, this is where things got complicated for the WNBA. Because rivalries are incredible for business. Sports history proves that. Magic versus Bird, Kobe versus Duncan, Brady versus Manning. Rivalries create emotional investment, but there's always danger when fan bases become too toxic or when every interaction turns into culture war chaos online. And for a while, it felt like the league was struggling to control the noise surrounding Clark and Reese. But then something unexpected happened. Caitlin Clark started adjusting faster than critics expected. Early in the season, people at